but your best mineral supplement is taking raw and salted cheese and eating it with a tiny bit of honey. Like 6 to 1. Pardon? Correct.
Yeah, unsalted.
Unsalted, yes. No salt, raw cheese.
You said that cheese is the best mineral supplement?
Pardon?
You say cheese is a mineral
Your best
supplement?
food mineral supplement.
Without
Cheese
salt.
with honey.
And no salt.
No salt. Any unheated honey.
Why would
Raw, they can heat raw honey. They can heat raw honey up to over 70 degrees raw.
why would
You can even take unheated honey and heat up to 102, 121 degrees and call it unheated. You have to ask the farmer, listen, I want, who put that in? You have to ask the beekeeper that he doesn't never heats the honey to bottle it or extract it, should never go over 93 degrees. Now let me tell you what honey is. The bee goes, collects the nectar, swallows it, pre-digests it. It makes an insulin-like substance which converts 90% of the carbohydrate into enzymes for digesting and utilizing protein and fats. When it gets back to the hive, it vomits. That's what honey is. Pre-digested bee vomit. And it's delicious, isn't it? You have to get away from all this icky bacteria crap. We are bacteria. Look at all the animals go around licking each other's butts all the time. Do they have a problem? No, that's good bacteria. Feeds their brain. E. coli is responsible, the fecal matter is responsible for feeding the brain and the nervous system.
You're not suggesting we eat shit.
For some people, I know that they do it when they can't eat meat. Like in Georgia, Russia, the poor people, they eat fecal matter. It's pre-digested by the herbivore, the cow or the buffalo, and it's pre-digested. Those cows and buffaloes have digested 58 to 67% of the fecal matter. Then when we put it in our systems, it'll get through in 24 hours. But it's not very good tasting, smelling stuff unless that's all you have. Then they love the smell of it.
Yeah, because the only person I've seen eat is dogs.
Dogs do it a lot. Oh, a lot of animals
Kids
do
do
it.
that too.
You just only see
Babies
dogs.
do it.
Their poo-poo?
Yeah. They play with it. They don't know that it's.
Absolutely, yeah.
They make finger drawings.
And you know, in this book I have 82 sauces that can be made in 3 to 5 different ways. So that's 400 raw meat sauces. And they are incredible. Stroganoff, everything. Raw wine, you've got alcohol. It's going to do nerve damage, it's going to do liver damage. If you do like the French do, or used to before they got paranoid with fats, they also used to eat a lot of creams with their meals, and they could handle the wine because the fat absorbed the alcohol, and it didn't damage the liver and nervous system. So if you're one of those who has to have wine, make sure that you have some raw cream or raw butter first before you drink it.
And it's sauerkraut. Naturally done.
Yes, but again, it's a vegetation,
So?
and it will interfere with your digestion of meats and animal products.
Well, if you're just doing it, I thought that the old people in Europe and everywhere, the East, and
It works for
Ireland-
people who eat cooked food.
Right. It helps the digestion.
It helps the digestive if you eat cooked foods.
Okay, if you're eating raw, you don't need it.
Exactly. It's harmful if you eat a raw diet. Yeah.
What do you think about the ratio between calcium absorption and silica? Since we're supposed to be going to a silica paste.
Like I said, in there, you don't
I
have to
wasn't
worry
in
about
there.
any of that chemistry. Forget all of that chemistry.
Silica.
You get silica in all foods.
Yeah, but how do you absorb it? That's the whole deal.
You
It's
eat it
absorption.
raw so it isn't
So
cauterized.
what is good silica product? Tell me.
Strawberries,
Right?
cucumbers, any zucchini, any of those are high in silica.
And celery. No?
No, because of the high sodium, you won't utilize the
How come
silica very
celery
well.
so high sodium and it tastes so bland? It's lovely. It's very interesting.
That's
isn't it?
because it doesn't have any carbohydrates.
Ah,
Celery is a negative. If you're having celery juice, there's not enough carbohydrates to digest celery, period.
So what should you
that's why
add?
it's mixed.
Tomato and carrot? Okay.
Well, if you're looking for silica, you want,
And how about milk products from cows? They absorb silica from grass?
absolutely. They digest everything. Yeah, but again, well, you can juice it, but don't eat it whole. No, never juice fruit.
Why not?
Because the sugar will rush into your system fast and cause damage.
How about wheatgrass? Wheatgrass.
I don't think you like it.
Not true.
You never have fruits.
Yes, I eat fruits, whole fruits with fat. Always with fat.
No more Jamba juice?
Raw cheese. Let me finish. I eat the fruit always with either raw no salt cheese or cream or butter or avocado because it slows down the sugar reaction. And in the citric acid cycle of making energy, your body uses 80% fat, 15% proteins as a form of pyruvate, which is a protein sugar, and then 5% vitamin C or carbohydrate. So we just need a small amount of the sugar. So if I supply the fats with it, and let's say I take a tablespoon of cream, that will be a ratio of about calorie-wise, fat-wise, about 6 times greater than the sugar. And if I add another half a tablespoon, I've got around the 80-15-5 ratio. Yeah, but I usually go overboard. I like more fat with it, so I don't have to deal with any advanced glycation end product that results from high sugar foods.
What about an advanced pancreatic?
Absolutely, but when anybody who's in an advanced case, like in this book, I talk about this woman who had emphysema. Her MD called me on a Thursday night. It must have been 1:30 her time. It was like 9:30 my time or 10:30 my time here. And she says, I have an emphysemic patient. Was diagnosed 7 years ago. She's been bedridden for almost 2 years. She's on machines for 2 years. She's going to die this weekend. What can I do? So you're calling me a little late, aren't you? And she said, well, I'm a doctor. I have to follow the medical AMA prescribed medical procedures, which is written by the pharmaceutical industry, for 10 years. If it fails for 10 years, I can suggest alternatives. If the patient is on their deathbed, I can suggest alternatives. So that's why she was coming. So if you go to a doctor, know that you're condemned to pharmaceutical therapies for 10 years. You can never suggest anything else. So go to a doctor is nonsense, a regular medical doctor. So I said, well, the only thing that I can suggest that you do is you get the most easily digested food in the world, which are eggs. They can digest in 27 minutes. Milk is the next most quickly digested food. It takes 6 to 10 hours. So I said, what you need to do is get her 10 to 15 dozen raw eggs, put them at her bedside, and let her eat as many as she can. There's no limit.
You mean raw?
Raw, of course. So I got a call on Monday morning from this raspy voiced woman saying, it worked, I'm out of bed, what should I do? And I said, well, who are you? And she said, well, my doctor told you I had emphysema, I was on machines, I was supposed to die this weekend. I ate all the eggs you recommended, I'm out of bed and off the machines. What do I do now? I said, keep eating eggs, but how many did it take? She said, well, I ate 33 on Saturday and 33 on Sunday. And she says, off the machines, out of bed. Eggs are so vital because you're only using 5 inches of the digestive tract to absorb and digest it. You don't need any hydrochloric acid. Use the bacteria in your mouth to begin it, like you saw me sucking and getting the saliva. Bacteria is the only thing necessary to digest a liquid food like that. Milk is more complex. You need some hydrochloric acid and some enzymes. But bacteria doesn't. So you're able to recoup very quickly because eggs has every nutrient on this planet. It's the only food that has it. However, it lacks the ability to multiply growth hormone. So you won't heal, you won't divide cells quicker. You will rebuild all the cells that are already alive quicker.